Alright, I'm out here at the love of my life, Wild Horses Monument. Not just for the daytime scenery, but also at night, assuming those clouds go away. Also at night, when the Milky Way can be seen from here. And I came here to view Jupiter and Saturn in conjunction last December. But this is a perfect place for a topic that I want to talk about. I wanted to record this outside, but it's too windy to pick up my voice, so I'll do it in my car here. So yesterday, an old friend of mine had emailed me an article by a psychologist who was talking about the effects of the pandemic on people who live alone, how it's a lot harsher on people who live alone. And he suggested a few policy changes, and it's great that we got people talking about it. But his policy changes, I think, went a step in the wrong direction. He talked about the financial challenges of people who have their finances to themselves, have nobody to fall back on. And he talked about the challenges of meeting new people during the pandemic, obviously. Now, he mentioned that he hopes that at workplaces there are financial pulse check, if you will, programs for people who live alone. I gotta point out something. A program that is specifically targeted at people who live alone is the very definition of discrimination. And it only highlights the fact that there are differences. What I would propose, a much more advisable route, is to make employee assistance programs more agnostic to one's relationship status, right? Make it more accessible to people of different backgrounds. Make it more available, just like how we make things more available to people of all races, all genders, all gender identities, right? The same should go with the relationship status. Unfortunately, we live in a culture that is very relationship-centric. I don't know if that's a word. Try going out alone on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's easier nowadays compared to where it was 10, 20 years ago, but just try it. Try doing anything that couples usually do. Try doing them alone and see how it goes, right? Try going out any other day of the year alone, right? Anyways, we live in a very relationship-centric environment. I was watching a video. I think it was somebody was critiquing Joe Biden's approach on workers' compensation insurance, but he accidentally said workmen's compensation, and he got a lot of flack in the comments. And yet we don't bat an eye to the idea of family-oriented workplaces or family regulations or family how much our taxes affect the average family or anything like that, right? You would never have a white-oriented workplace or even a black-oriented workplace, right? You would never have a straight or a gay-oriented workplace, right? I guess there are gay activities and all that, but maybe a gay bar or something like that, but not in the mainstream, right? But for some reason, family-oriented workplace is just perfectly okay, right? Now, the other suggestion that this psychologist mentioned that I disagree with is he wants programs or environments where people can safely meet during this time. I gotta point out something. There's a big difference between being single and actually wanting to go out and meet somebody. There are people who are happily single. I know it's hard to accept that if you're in a very happy relationship, and I feel happy for you, but I want you to feel happy for people who are happily single. I sometimes call it being solosexual when one is happily single, and I am partially solosexual. And unfortunately, every time people hear that I'm single, that's why I love to use the word solosexual, because people hear single, they think I want to meet somebody. Now, I do private tutoring. I can't tell you how many, especially if I work with the parents, I'm tutoring their kids, they want to hook me up with the right person, right? They want, if they want some kind of favor, right? They want some kind of odd hour, they want a discount, and in return, they're going to hook me up with the right girl. That's not what I'm looking for. I actually want to go out by myself. And they don't realize that. They think I'm crazy for wanting to go out by myself. Anyways, we need to, I think this is not a workplace issue, this is a societal issue. Our society needs to be less relationship-centric and realize that life doesn't revolve around two people falling in love, right? Thanks for watching.